Hey, leave her alone, or I'll throw more of these little tiny rocks at you. Ugh, I've got a tube of M&M's minis. I could do this all night. So, Bobson Dugnut, the people want to know, do you have a girlfriend? That's what our friend is asking us. And we can say I already have someone or no. There's nobody. Based on what we've seen so far. Hello and welcome back, everybody. We're playing Missing Time, by the way. We don't have no girlfriend. So in the game, I have a lovely partner, IRL. No. Why did you ask? No reason. Just curious. That's all. Oh, Shizuyo. Classic Shizuyo. Though I must say, a nice guy like you being single is quite the shocker. It's not that surprising, I'd say, but thank you though, it means a lot coming from such a nice girl. Oh, why? What's so bad about you? And he's like, I have eaten a bag of sun chips for breakfast for the 4th day in a row. Don't at me. Or do, I'm very lonely. Sheesh, look at you, Mr. Smooth. Don't you know it's rude to get a girl's hopes up? I didn't mean... Of course you didn't. Now, hurry up with those files, we don't have all night. Excuse me, I didn't realize that we didn't have all night with this upbeat heisting music. Once again, I'm unable to keep up with her rapid mood changes. With a long sigh, I go back to flipping through the cabinets, but there seems to be an endless amount of files, from students' overall scores to school construction plans. Don't they have some kind of digital system? This is just unnecessary. Tell me about it. Wait. Shizuya walks over to the table, bringing a folder with her. She flips through the pages for the dates. Ha! Look at this! Just like slaps all the paper in your face. She's like, look at this right here. The paper she shows me details the school's official response to the incidents and other notes. All of them are very brief, avoiding any responsibility pushed to them. The last note, however, catches my attention. Due to the nature of these incidents, it is in our best interest to keep quiet in order to not affect next year's enrollment numbers. No further evidence or statement should be provided to the press. That's disgusting. Disgusting? You don't say. Stacking all the files together, Shizuyo heaves out a sigh. Regardless, it's not a lot what we found. Ugh. We should clean up and get out of here before we get busted. Alright. Said one of their lines in the wrong voice, but you know what? We got the gist of it. Should get the heck up out of here. Scaling the walls doesn't bother me as much as it did with all the thoughts in my head. The information we found is unsettling and the pale cold street lights don't lift the mood at all. It's like, you just look up at the pale street lights and it's like, you know you're not helping. Shizuyo wears a frown, her eyes far away. Contrary to her earlier cheerfulness, Shizuyo seems deeply troubled now. Oh, bummer. Oh, we can say, you doing okay? Or stay quiet. You know what? Let's be a friend. Be like, hey, you doing alright? Our footsteps sound incredibly loud in the night. The wind leaves goosebumps on my skin. Shizuyo doesn't say a word, just keeps on walking. Even though we've walked past the turn in my house, I follow her. It's late at night, and I don't want her to have to walk home alone, as brazen as she is. Well, good on you, Bobson Dugnut. Buddy system. Suddenly, Shizuyo stops at a crossroad. Ah, sorry, I spaced out. The shrine isn't too far from here. I can walk back on my own. Thanks for accompanying me, though. Are you sure? I don't mind walking a bit further, or... Alright, be careful, okay? Let's be a good friend and be like, I just want to make sure you get home safely, and... I'll be okay. Bobson Dugnut? Yeah. ... Listen to me and remember this. Don't trust everything people tell you, okay? Shizuyo, what? Alright, I'll be off now. Good night, Bobson Dugnut. I watch until she makes a turn and out of sight. Strange girl. Scratching my head, I begin my journey home while scrolling through some messages. My mind is somewhere else, however. What Shizuyo said to me nags at the back of my head, adding to the list of odd things tonight. Though I keep having this feeling that I'm missing something, that something isn't quite right, but I can't quite put my fingers on it. That's what she sounded like. It was far away, you know? But... Shizuyo! Shizuyo! I run as fast as I can to where the scream came from. Skidding to a stop, I stare at the dark alley with horror. A giant of a man is on top of Shizuyo, pinning her to the ground and locking her wrists above her head. Oh shit. Help! Tackle the man, throw something in the man. No, we tackle the man. Use tackle attack. Ah! Yes. Without thinking, I charge into the man. My sudden collision throws him off balance, but not enough to catch him off guard. A fist slams into my abdomen, knocking the air out of my lungs. Wheezing, I stagger aside, but stubbornly hold on to his arm. Damn, what? This got crazy out of nowhere. Shizuyo, run! Shizuyo scurries out from underneath him, backing away against the alley wall, fear in her eyes. Look out! I told you to run away! Before I could react, the man punches me right in the forehead. Disoriented, I slump down, my vision blurring. The man towers above me. The last thing I heard was Shizuyo's hysterical screaming. And then... darkness. What? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I died. I can't die. We're not even halfway through the episode. What? Oh, do I have to load from where the start of the episode was? All right, we're gonna go up to the point where we were, where it was right before tackle the man. We'll try throwing something at the man and see if that does anything. Okay, here we are. Alright, now we have to go and rescue Shizuyo. But we're just gonna throw something at this dude. Throw something at the man. Heart hammering in my chest, I act without thinking. I pick up a pebble and throw it at the man. That's a pebble? Hey, leave her alone, or I'll throw more of these little tiny rocks at you. I've got a tube of M&M's minis. I could do this all night. Run home, little boy. I square my feet, hands ball up into fists, just... That's right. I said leave her alone. Heh, what are you gonna do? Scream? No one is coming. Leave before you regret it. Teeth gritting, I grab a rock and chuck it at his head. See? Now you've done it, boy. You and the little bitch are... Apparently I've distracted him enough for Shizuyo to knee him in the crotch. Cursing, the man rolls to the side, letting go of her hands. Shizuyo scrambles to her feet and runs to me, pulling me with her. Let's go! Alright, good. We didn't die this time. With her hand in mine, we run without knowing where we're going. Somehow, when we stop for a breather, it's my house we stand in front of. How convenient. Huh, guess I ran here first without thinking. I can't send you home like this. Who knows if that guy's still lurking around somewhere. Can't you just call someone to pick you up? Emery would kill me if she finds out. I can't call her. I won't be able to leave my house again. Somehow the suggestion makes her panic even more. Scratching my head, I sigh. Just... I need new shampoo. Shizuyo, you can stay here for the night. I mean, if you want to, that is. That would be embarrassing, but I don't really want to run back either. And it's late. Honestly, I won't mind staying up all night and we can sneak out early in the morning. That way won't be too embarrassing. Alright, thank you. And sorry for getting you into all this trouble. Hey, no problem. I can still feel my heart beating. Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing. Your heart beating. It means you're still around. Well, yeah, it's kinda her fault that we're out here at this hour in the first place, but I sigh again and escort her inside. Thankfully, my parents are deep sleepers. In spite of all of our sneaking around, they still snore away peacefully. I shake my head at their obliviousness, like, you dumb bastards. You don't even realize I'm sneaking strangers into the house. Stupids, being asleep at 3 a.m. Nerds. At least for tonight, that serves to my purpose. I give Shizuyo the bed and pull out a futon for myself. The silence is a bit awkward, but it's still relieving after we just ran away from. Even though I said I was going to stay up the whole night with her, I was exhausted. Fell asleep without meaning to. She's like, dude, it hasn't even been 10 minutes yet, and you're already asleep after being all like, oh, I'm gonna stay up all day. Whatever, I'm tired too. When I wake up in the morning, Shizuyo is already gone. On my desk, there's a scribbled note. Thanks for everything, Bobson Dugnut. I'll be heading home now. See you at school. Oh. Okay. See you at school, fam. As we fall into a more regular rhythm at school, Chiharu and I often lunch together. Yes, we often lunch together. Or even eat lunch. Sometimes joined by either Ember or Shizuyo, the latter more so than the former. But Shizuya tends to have a lot of groups she hangs out with, so it's mostly just me and Chiharu, and maybe a few lower classmen that need a place to sit. It works out, in my opinion, since it gets us more acquainted with the school's community. Plus, as I found out, Chiharu seems oddly fascinated with gossip despite her shyness. I guess being so quiet makes her a good listener. I guess so. Usually I'm not the type to care much about those things, but what I hear at the table today almost makes me drop my sandwich. It's a sandwich-droppingly juicy gossip tea spilling. Let's hear it. Did you hear about the student in class 12B? Suzuki Mamuro, right? Didn't he just get into an automobile accident or something? Really? A kid named Suzuki got into an automobile accident? Tell me more. Yeah, dead on impact, they said. Did he? He did. He dead. He did dead. He done dead. He did it. He died. Damn it. But he's a creep. He got what's coming. Oh, that's mean. I heard he was stalking Kyoko in our class. Boys like that are scummy, you know. True. Tuning out the rest of their jeering, I give Chiharu a horrified look. Hers mirrors mine. Quickly, we leave the three chattering girls behind. As soon as we're out of earshot, Chiharu exclaims, "That's horrible!" Yeah, I get it. The guy might not be the best, but nobody deserves to suffer and then be talked about like that. Well, gray area. Yeah. Safe to say we both lost our appetite. Some of the girls here seem mean-spirited, no? Well, I guess you get that kind of group everywhere you go. Yeah, just assholes are just everywhere. Touché, at least those at the club aren't catty. Yeah, they're a bit eccentric, but they're not mean girls for sure. Very true. I can see eccentric, yeah. Hell, the club in general is eccentric. I wonder why Shizuya joined, to be honest. Oh, how come? Well, she's kind of the it girl, you know? Pretty, popular, good grades, those kinds of things. She could have joined any club, really. It's like, yeah, but ours is the only one with witchy shit in it, and witchy shit is cool. You know? We like pumpkins year-round. Fall's pretty cool. Rain, it's wonderful. Witchy shit. Look it up. It's cool. Well, those girls always have their own weird little obsession, right? Some hidden interests that are different from the others. Witchy shit. I guess, I mean, nobody's perfect, right? Hey, nothing wrong with witchy shit. Not to say Shizuya isn't perfect or anything. Chuckling at her blushing face, I can't help but tease Chiharu a little. You think Shizuya is perfect? Oh, covering her face with both hands, Chiharu mumbles unintelligibly. She's like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Pops and Dugnut. What was that? Gosh, you're terrible. Laughing at her outburst, we resume our strides. Feeling a little more perked up, I decide to change the topic. What do you think about the others? Well, I don't know about Emery, but I don't think anyone really knows what to say about her. I mean, she's very well respected, don't get me wrong, but like, she doesn't get involved, you know what I mean? Yeah, I can definitely see that. It's almost as if she was dragged to the club by her sister. Ember, on the other hand, has a bunch of rumors about her. Does she? Not a lot of people like her. Maybe because she comes off a bit strong? Maybe. Lots of people say she's a troublemaker too, like getting into fights and stuff. It's like, well, maybe that's because she's so strong. That makes sense. No wonder she had a hard time recruiting. The club's weirdness aside, her reputation and personality might have warned people off. It got me last time too. Before we can continue our conversation, the bell rings. I'll see you at the club later. Later. As scheduled, the club meets up after class. Notes are passed around and compared. So far, we all have the victim list, the school's statements, and the police statements. It's not a lot, but at least we're all on the same page. So y'all all caught up with the general info of the cases. That's a good first step. Does anyone have any questions? There's a bit of silence. Then, to my surprise, Chiharu's shaky hand rises. So I was just wondering if the local legend about the curse and the demon under the mountain if it influenced the supernatural rumors. The reactions are immediate. Ember's eyes immediately narrow, while Shizuyo's widen. She instantly turns to Emery, whose expression is still stoic as ever. You shouldn't speak about things you don't understand. I'm sorry. How else would she understand then? That's true. You don't have to be like, I know about this thing. Just be like, I want to know about this thing. What can you tell me about this thing? That's how I learn about the thing. Let's talk about the thing. Turning to Chiharu, Ember pinches the bridge of her nose. Yeah, the local curse definitely didn't help with the rumors, you know? But a few public announcements put a rest to it. Mostly? Well, the club still exists, doesn't it? Right, geez, Ember. Cool. Be cool, Ember. I know it's in your name to be all spiced, but chill out. But why doesn't anyone want to talk about it? The legend about the curse is such a staple urban myth, then why does it seem like a taboo associating it with the cases? Before I can voice myself, Emery speaks up, cutting through the tension without a care. There is some other information I have uncovered. Our school in particular didn't get involved with the incidents until the deaths rose to more than one a month. Once a month? But all the reports said the deaths and disappearances happened near the end of the semester. They lumped up the deaths to make the suicidal ruling more believable. Emery slides her notebook forward, not a ripple in her expression. Oh, we have a victims list here. Let's take a look. 13 people went missing, with 2 teachers, 6 bodies found. There's all those names. Presumed missing. Looking to see if there's like any sort of clues in any of the names. Or like it will like spell out someone's name or something like that. Then we have these presumed missing people. Those 2 are related. These people are still considered missing until a body is found. The case spans from August to December, with the exception of the college student in May and the middle schooler in March. What? Who would do such a thing? Guys, I feel like we're messing with something really big here. I feel a shiver running down my spine. Shizuyo is right. There's definitely something fishy here. That's why I think it's the local gang that's responsible. Who else can influence the police and press into covering all this information? It is possible. You agree? It's a plausible theory. I feel like there's a but here. That's one theory, but there's no concrete evidence. Okay. Previous members were sure about the supernatural ties. Okay. Or whoever did this didn't want anyone to find out. I feel like there's a but here. I don't know about that, because I don't really know where it's going. So I can't really say anything about a definitive theory, but it's no concrete evidence. I'm gonna go with whoever did this didn't want anyone to find out. That's the most plausible thing I can contribute to this conversation. Everyone seems to be deep in thoughts about it. Chiharu is obviously rattled, standing a bit closer to me. Shizuyo flips through her sister's notebook, brows furrowing. Even though Emery doesn't show her expression as per usual, her fingers are tugging at the edge of her sleeve. Ember is the least phased, but then again, she probably already knows about everything we brought up. Ember, do you have any proof that this can be tied to the local gangs? No, but the area where people were found missing or dead is gang territory. That's too obvious. What do you mean, too obvious? If it were indeed the gangs, then they wouldn't just dump the body right onto their territory. If this was an act of intimidation, they wouldn't have tried to half-kill, half-kidnap people like this. You seem to know an awful lot about this. It's a simple deduction. Oh. She's just pulling the I'm smarter than you card. Well then, that's why I didn't pick you to be my partner earlier in this episode. Honestly, we're just grasping at straws right now. For all we know, we might be dealing with a serial killer and don't even know it. That does seem plausible. A serial killer? Yeah, serial killer. They'll bludgeon you at breakfast. Were you up watching those shows again? Hey, why is that when Ember said her theory you said is viable, and then when I put out my theory you give me the attitude? Ooh, because you're my sister, I'm gonna give you the tude. What attitude? Ah, you're impossible. Why do I even bother anyway? The girls are clearly growing stressed with the subject. I think anything is possible at this point. I just gotta be the eternal optimist, like, oh, we can do anything we set our minds to. And is there anything previous members found? Or there must be something off the record we're missing, or there's no use getting riled up. Like, alright, I'm not gonna tone police. Now's not the time for pointless optimism either, so it's between these two. There must be something off the record we're missing, or why don't we ask, what other resources do we have? Is there anything previous members found? Let's go with that. Yeah, if we stay patient, we might be able to find something. Ember frowns, crossing her arms as the other girls crowd over Emery's notes, both Chiharu and Shizuyo looking worried. And not all the cases are there. There's more? There was a spike in deaths before the cases were discovered. A number of elderly and hospitalized patients passed away prior to this. But aren't those just natural deaths? That's what they seem to be. However, the spike was unnatural. People with no history of heart attack died of strokes. Seemingly improving patients suddenly grew worse and died. There was no virus going around, and yet some good, healthy people perished of sickness. My spine frosts over as Emery's eyes land on me. She's staring into my soul. All of them were alone, with no family in town. Sounds familiar? No, Chiharu's alone. Oh shit. What are you suggesting? It's not a coincidence that the previous members of the club insisted that the causes could be supernatural. In fact, I was requested to perform a few exorcisms and cleansing rituals for those people. I feel my whole body seized up. Is she implying that my grandpa, that he was one of the victims too? I think you're reaching a bit. Old people die all the time, just because... Isn't our task to find any possible link to the causes you presented to us? Anything is possible without evidence. Saying my suggestion is reaching is like saying your accusation of the gang is preposterous. You... Oh, they fighting with words and logic. But that's just it, isn't it? Anything we say right now is just speculation. Whether those deaths Emmy said are involved with the cases we're looking into or not, even Ember's theory of gang violence, we don't know for sure if it's true. It's true. Shizuyo is right. We don't have any proof. Ember, is there anything else? Anything else we can look into? At first I thought Ember wasn't going to answer Chiharu, but she visibly composes herself, letting out a long exhale. There's a box in the storage room down the hallway. Should be labeled. 2 of you should go, since it's pretty messy in there. Might need an extra hand, you know? Alright, I'll go. It's a good chance to stretch my legs, plus getting away from the tension. None of the girls seem too keen on volunteering, though. I guess I'll have to ask. Oh. Gotta be like, alright, which one of you wants to go with me? I think... next time on Mug&Play, we're gonna go on a little walk, and we're gonna go with Shizuyo. Let's keep it going with Shizuyo. I think she's pretty cool. So we'll pick her, and okay, let's see what we've got, and we will see what we've got next time on Mug&Play. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.